Which of the following resistances is not involved in a gas phase catalytic gas-solid reaction? A. Ash resistance. B. Gas film and pore surface diffusion resistances for reactants. C. Surface phenomenon resistance. D. Gas film and pore surface diffusion resistances for products. The correct answer is ash resistance. If the time required to change the concentration of reactant to half its original value is independent of the initial concentration, the order of reaction is A0, B1, C2, D3. The correct answer is 1. A batch adiabatic reactor at an initial temperature of 373 K is being used for the reaction AB. Assume the heat of reaction is 1 kJ/mol at 373 K and heat capacity of both A and B to be constant and equal to 50 J/mol.K. The temperature rise after a conversion of 0.5 will be A5C, B10C, C20C, D100C. The correct answer is 10C. A photochemical reaction is A. accompanied with emission of light, B. catalyzed by light, C. initiated by light, D. all ABC. The correct answer is initiated by light. The optimum performance for reactors operating in parallel is obtained when the feed stream is distributed in such a way that the A. space-time for each parallel line is same, B. space-time for parallel lines is different, C. larger reactors have more space-time compared to smaller ones, D. none of these. The correct answer is space-time for each parallel line is same. A catalyst is said to be a negative catalyst if it A. retards the rate of reaction, B. reduces the value of equilibrium constant, C. does not initiate the reaction, D. all A, B, and C. The correct answer is retards the rate of reaction. For the non-catalytic reaction of particles with surrounding fluid, the same needed to achieve the same fractional conversion for particles of different unchanging sizes is proportional to the particle diameter when D is the controlling resistance. A. film diffusion, B. diffusion through ash layer, C. chemical reaction, D. either A, B or C. The correct answer is chemical reaction. Pure ethanol vapor is fed to a reactor packed with alumina catalyst at the rate of 100 kmol/h. The reactor products comprise ethylene 95 kmol/h, water vapor 97.5 kmol/h, and diethyl ether 2.5 kmol/h. The reactions occurring can be represented by C2H5O, C2H4H2O2, C2H5O, C2H5O, C2H5H2O. The percent conversion of ethanol in the reactor is A. 100, B. 97.5, C. 95, D. 2.5. The correct answer is 100. Pick out the wrong statement. A. The integral method of analyzing kinetic data is used when the data is scattered. B. The differential method of analyzing kinetic data requires more accurate or larger amounts of data. C. When the reaction rate is independent of temperature, the reaction is said to be of zero order. D. The ratio of volumes of plug flow reactor to that of mixed reactor is always less than 1 for identical feed composition flow rate conversion and for all positive reaction orders. The correct answer is when the reaction rate is independent of temperature, the reaction is said to be of zero order. A backmix reactor. A is same as plug flow reactor. B is same as ideal stirred tank reactor. C employs mixing in axial direction only. D is most suitable for gas phase reaction. The correct answer is same as ideal stirred tank reactor. Rate of a chemical reaction is not influenced by the A. Catalyst, B. Temperature, C. Reactant's concentration, D. Number of molecules of reactants taking part in a reaction. The correct answer is number of molecules of reactants taking part in a reaction. Pick out the wrong statement. A. Chemical reactions with high activation energy are very temperature sensitive. B. A flat velocity profile exists in a plug flow reactor. C. The residence time for all the elements of fluid in case of APFR need not be same. D. Half-life of a reaction increases with increased initial concentration for reaction orders more than 1. The correct answer is the residence time for all the elements of fluid in case of APFR need not be same. The reaction AB is conducted in an adiabatic plug flow reactor PFR. Pure A at a concentration of 2 mol M3 is fed to the reactor at the rate of 0.01 M3s and at a temperature of 500 K. If the exit conversion is 20, then the exit temperature in keys data heat of reaction at 298 K 50,000 kJ/mol of a reacted heat capacities CPa CPB 100 kJ/mol. K may be assumed to be independent of temperature. A 400, B 500, C 600, D 1000. The correct answer is 600. Which of the following is not a theory of homogeneous reaction? A. Collision theory and activated complex theory. B. Chain reaction theory. C. Radiation hypothesis. D. None of these. The correct answer is none of these. A first-order homogeneous reaction of the type XYZ consecutive reaction is carried out in a CSTR. Which of the following curves respectively show the variation of the concentration of X, Y, and Z with time? A. I23, B. 32I, C. 3I2, D. 23I. The correct answer is 32I. In a semi-batch reactor, A. Mixing takes place in axial direction only. B. Velocity of reaction can be controlled. C. Condition similar to plug flow reactor exists. D. Residence time is constant. The correct answer is velocity of reaction can be controlled. Most important characteristics of gas-liquid reactors are the A. Specific interfacial area, B. Liquid hold-up, C. Both A and B, D. None of these. The correct answer is both A and B. Which of the following is a controlling factor in very fast heterogeneous reaction? A. Heat and mass transfer effects, B. Pressure, C. Temperature, D. Composition of reactant. The correct answer is heat and mass transfer effects. Enzymes are destroyed when the A. Temperature is very high, B. Reactant's concentration is very high, C. Reactant's concentration is very low, D. Reaction rate is independent of the reactant's concentration. The correct answer is temperature is very high. For an autocatalytic reactor, the suitable reactor setup is A. PF reactors in series, B. CSTR in series, C. CSTR followed by PF reactor, D. PF reactor followed by CSTR. The correct answer is CSTR followed by PF reactor. Ionic reactions occur in A. Solid state only, B. Liquid state only, C. Solutions, D. Any state. The correct answer is solutions. Sometimes batch process is preferred over continuous process when the product A. Quality yield cannot be achieved in continuous processes because of long residence time, B. Sales demand is fluctuating, C. Both A, B, D. Neither A nor B. The correct answer is both A, B. In a chemical reaction, it is observed that the I rate of formation of P is doubled on doubling the concentration of X. 2 rate of formation of P is quadrupled on doubling the concentration of Y. 3 doubling the concentration of Z does not affect the rate of formation of P. What is the order of the above chemical reaction? A. 0th order. B. 1st order. C. 2nd order. D. 3rd order. The correct answer is 3rd order. The half-life period of a first-order reaction is given by where K rate constant. A. 1.5 K. B. 2.5 K. C. 0.693 K. D. 6.93 K. The correct answer is 0.693 K. Half-life period of a chemical reaction is A. The time required to reduce the concentration of the reacting substance to half its initial value. B. Half of the space-time of a reaction. C. Half of the residence time of a reaction. D. None of these. The correct answer is the time required to reduce the concentration of the reacting substance to half its initial value. In the gaseous phase ammonia formation reaction N2,3H22NH3, the value of the equilibrium constant depends on the A. Total pressure of the system. B. Volume of the reactor. C. Temperature. D. Initial concentration of N2 and H2. The correct answer is temperature. Transition state theory relates the above quantities as A. KEERT. B. KT.EERT. C. KT. D. KT 1.5. The correct answer is KT.EERT. Photochemical reaction rate does not depend significantly on temperature because A. It is a reversible reaction. B. It is an exothermic reaction. C. The energy of reacting molecules exceeds the activation energy by absorption of light. D. None of these. The correct answer is the energy of reacting molecules exceeds the activation energy by absorption of light. A CSTR is to be designed in which an exothermic liquid phase first-order reaction of the type AR is taking place. The reactor is to be provided with a jacket in which coolant is flowing. Following data is given: Ca05 mol M3x a 0.5 feet temperature, reactor temperature 40 C, rate constant at 40 C, 1 min 1 H 40 kJ mol 1000 kilograms M3 CP4 JGM. CQ10 3 M3 min and CP are same for the reactant and product streams. The amount of heat to be removed is A2 3 kilowatts. B 1 kilowatt. C 5 3 kilowatts. D 4 kilowatts. The correct answer is 5 3 kilowatts. According to the law of mass action, the rate of reaction is directly proportional to the A. Equilibrium constant. B. Volume of the reaction vessel. C. Nature of the reactants. D. Molar concentration of the reactants. The correct answer is molar concentration of the reactants. In a chemical reaction are conserved A. Ions. B. Masses. C. Atoms. D. Both of C. The correct answer is both of C. For an ideal gas mixture undergoing a reversible gaseous phase chemical reaction, the equilibrium constant A is independent of pressure. B increases with pressure. C decreases with pressure. D decreases with pressure depending on the stoichiometric coefficients of the reaction. The correct answer is increases with pressure. In the reversible reaction of the type AB in general, A. Both forward and backward reactions will be exothermic. B. Neither of the reactions will be endothermic. C. The combination reaction will be exothermic while the dissociation reaction will be endothermic. D. The combination reaction will be endothermic while the dissociation reaction will be exothermic. The correct answer is the combination reaction will be exothermic while the dissociation reaction will be endothermic. A batch reactor is A. Suitable for gas phase reactions on commercial scale. B. Suitable for liquid phase reactions involving small production rate. C. Least expensive to operate for a given rate. D. Most suitable for very large production rate. The correct answer is suitable for liquid phase reactions involving small production rate. For an isothermal second-order aqueous phase reaction AB, the ratio of the time required for 90 conversion to the time required for 45 conversion is A2, B4, C11, D22. The correct answer is 11. A chemical reaction is of zero order when the reaction rate is where Ca concentration of reactant, ACA, B1Ca, C independent of temperature. D. None of these. The correct answer is none of these. Second-order consecutive irreversible reactions were carried out in a constant volume isothermal batch reactor with different initial feed compositions. Reactor temperature was same in all the cases. In experiments where the ratio of concentration of B to that of A in the initial feed was less than 0.5, the concentration of B increased, first reached a maximum and then declined with time. However, for all experiments where this concentration ratio was 0.5 or above, concentration of B decreased monotonically with time right from the beginning. What is the ratio of the two rate constants K1 K2? A14, B12, C2, D4. The correct answer is 14. Pick out the wrong statement. A. Catalytic activity of enzyme catalyzed reactions which is affected by temperature pH value chemical agents is maximum at a temperature of about 45 C. B. Most of the enzyme catalyzed reactions involve at least two substrates. C. Enzymes help in increasing the activation energy of the reaction. D. Equilibrium concentrations in enzyme catalyzed reactions can be calculated by using the thermodynamic properties of substrates products. The correct answer is enzymes help in increasing the activation energy of the reaction. There is no correspondence between stoichiometry and the rate equation in case of an reaction. A. Elementary. B. Multiple. C. Autocatalytic. D. Non-elementary. The correct answer is non-elementary. A spherical porous catalyst particle of radius r is subjected to reactant A which reacts to form B by a zero-order surface reaction AB. Film mass transfer resistance is negligible and pore diffusion of A is rate controlling. The effectiveness factor of the catalyst is reported as 7-8. Which of the following statement is true? A. Inner catalyst core of radius R8 does not participate in reaction. B. Inner catalyst core of radius R2 does not participate in reaction. C. Inner catalyst core of radius 7R8 does not participate in reaction. D. Effectiveness factor for a zero-order reaction cannot be 7-8 as it must always be 1. The correct answer is inner catalyst core of radius R8 does not participate in reaction. Which of the following is used for calcination of limestone and dolomite in industrial practice? A. Fluidized bed reactor. B. Moving bed reactor. C. Fixed bed reactor. D. None of these. The correct answer is moving bed reactor. An imbalanced chemical reaction equation is against the law of A. Multiple proportion. B. Conservation of mass. C. Constant proportion. D. None of these. The correct answer is conservation of mass. For the chemical reaction PQ, it is found that the rate of reaction doubles as the concentration of P is doubled. If the reaction rate is proportional to Cpn, then what is the value of N for this chemical reaction? A1, B2, C3, D0. The correct answer is 1. Which of the following is a characteristic of an ideal plug flow reactor? A. Axial dispersion. B. Flat velocity profile. C. Uniform mixing. D. None of these. The correct answer is flat velocity profile. Velocity of a reaction depends upon the A. Nature of the reactants. B. Concentration of the reactants. C. Temperature at which the reaction is carried. D. All A, B, and C. The correct answer is all A, B, and C. Threshold energy in a reaction is equal to the A. Activation energy. B. Normal energy of reactants. C. Sum of A, B. D. Neither A nor B. The correct answer is sum of A, B.